Hey, welcome to the Really Charlie podcast. And tonight's guest is JoJo Goodine and his son Jaren. This is a very special podcast for me because, you know, I coached JoJo a very long time. And I actually, those are the first years I got into coaching. And I knew he was special back then at probably 10, 11 years old, I believe he was. He was already a natural at running the ball, doing his thing. And the craziest thing is that uh, we all kind of had that same impression that JoJo was going to be special. And sure enough, we just watched him play year after year after year, and he just got better and better. And I mean, sitting in those stands, just watching him every time he touched the ball, you always you expected him to do something. It was either going to be a first down or a touchdown, and that was the majority of the time. So he had a special year, special 4 years at the high school because I believe you started as a freshman, right?
Freshman year, yeah.
Yeah.
Started varsity as a freshman.
Yeah. So, and there was no doubt about it. And decades later, we got Jaren. Special kid. Definitely has that same type of style. Um, Now, I believe that JoJo, you were a little bigger than your son was when you were in high school, but that same
Maybe taller. I don't know about
taller,
Yeah,
yeah,
about 15 pounds heavier.
yeah. Well, it was special. Hey,
Well, he's definitely stronger than me now because I didn't hit the weight room till I got to college, and this kid he puts the work in already. So
yeah,
definitely stronger than I was, but I had the height and the weight. He definitely got the strength.
Well, it's in the blood, definitely in the blood. And you had told me about your daughter and the special things she's doing. So I'm lining her up to be on the podcast soon. If it ain't this year, it's definitely going to be next year. I got to get her on here.
She'll jump on. She might say like 2 words, but she'll jump on.
That's all right. We'll let her put her avatar on so she can kind of talk her talk without anybody seeing her. Jaren, question for you: Was sports kind of forced on you, or you just naturally wanted it?
I don't know. We kind of just like me and my brothers kind of grew up just watching sports, so it's like something that like we just like grew into. I feel like
Good.
Just like always like a part of something of our day or our weekend, whether it was at family events or something. So
Nice, yeah. Because JoJo, you, all your cousins, everybody, you all played, so you had no. I mean, it was just something. I mean, that YA team had practically your whole family.
Yeah. So we just like when I was a kid, it was like the YA football season, right into the basketball season at the boys club, right into the little league season at Greater New Bedford, which is now a soccer field now, but it was like continuous, nonstop, and that's how I grew up. So I put all my kids through the same thing, right? So they played at the Bears, the Bears organization, continuing to do the work in the community. I was away last weekend, so I wasn't able to give my condolences to the Casatio family. But the Bears are continuing that. The boys club's still going strong, and baseball they played down in the South End. So the same thing I went through, I pretty much put all my kids through, and it was just an outlet to go and have fun and socialize and meet people. So it worked for me. I figured, all right, let's see if it works for my kids. So
That's cool. Now, Jaren, I seen some notes about you played three sports. I got you at football and basketball. You played baseball too?
yeah, my first 3 years I played baseball at the high school.
Okay, good.
he
Awesome.
took a year off. He didn't want to say why, but he committed to American International College for football, and he's trying to get to my weight before he gets there. So
Yeah, I can't wait. A special thing out of both of you is you're definitely 5 stars on the court, on the field, anywhere that you guys are top athletes. And but the other thing is people don't realize is you're academically strong, and I'm really impressed with that, and I'm glad that you guys are still have done that. JoJo, you going to University of Maine, your kid's on his way, and that's real special. And plus, you got a teacher in the house, man. It's
Yeah,
you
yeah,
better
yeah.
be strong in academics, right?
I mean, since a kid, I mean, I couldn't go outside until I finished my homework, and everybody. I took a little longer to get it done sometimes. So my friends were waiting for me to come out. But I mean, that was before I can even go to boys' club. I had to, come home from school and get my homework done. So I mean, from a young age, that was instilled in me. Education is important, and I believe that, still to this day.
Yeah. Um, Feel free, both of you, if you got Facebook in front of you, try to share this podcast to your profiles on Facebook. Also, anyone, if you want to check us out, we're also on YouTube on the Really Child Podcast channel, and I would like to add LinkedIn, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. Um, I'll just share it to LinkedIn later. I got a question for both of you, right? Sunday afternoon, rather. You're both in the house, chilling out, and you have a choice to either watch Philadelphia Eagles or the NFL Red Zone. What do you put on?
Red zone.
No, I'm going in my room and watching the Eagles.
It stinks living out here as a 49er fan because they don't have their games locally. So it's the only way I can get them on is if they play on the national channel or definitely Red Zone. So and I'm a fantasy guy, so Red Zone keeps me up on my stats and watching all those players score. So
yeah, fantasy is this young lady here on the board says go Eagles.
must be the lady in the other room.
Yeah. She used to get mad at me when I came in with my Patriot jersey, into her classroom. It's almost like her eyes turned red. She picked up a stick or something, want to hit me. I'm only joking. No, that was good and special for me to be at that school. And the craziest thing is the biggest sports fans in that school was the ladies.
Yeah.
Joy and it just goes on. But they knew what they're talking about. They ain't
Well,
slouches.
she kind of got stuck into it, like, you know what I mean, living in this household. She kind of had no choice. So and she learns quick. I don't know where she learned about the Philadelphia Eagles, but
hey,
I give it to her.
yeah, I don't know, maybe, I don't know, it's crazy. Now she's corrupting your son to watch the Eagles.
Yep.
No, I'm actually with Barkley on the Eagles, man. He's definitely someone I've been watching since he was in college. So been a huge fan. I'm mostly a huge fan of running backs, and he's definitely one of the best I've seen in a while. So, Jaren, you're getting ready, right, to step it up, and you're getting ready to go into an environment. You probably be a little bit tougher and stronger, a little bit more cutthroat because it's the collegiate level. But you just maintain everything that you have and that you were taught throughout your life. And I know you're not going to second guess yourself because you can play at that level. And I can't wait to see some footage of it. I'd like to catch a game or two, and go from there. So, how do you feel? How are you feeling about this next step, this collegiate step?
I'm like anxious to go, kind of. Like I just can't really wait to go out. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just ready to go already.
All right. I know you'll be all right. You definitely will. Dad, how many games are you going to try to make up there? All of them?
Yeah, every single one of
them. All right, cool. That's it. That's what I like to hear. It's now, how do you feel on the sideline? Is it like are you one of those dads that after the game you're trying to coach them up, or do you just leave them alone?
No, I leave it alone. I kind of I'll wait a few days, I guess, for things to settle down and ask if you watched the film, did you notice anything and stuff like that. I'm not really like trying to coach from the sideline, or might yell at the ref here and there, but
Yeah.
but no,
That's good.
coaching, and I mean, I'll give him advice like during the week and stuff like that, but
Yeah.
I'll give it a few days after the game to settle down and do all that.
Cool. Paulo Paris says legends. He was actually one of the guys that was actually, recommending that you guys come
Paulo
on the
Paris?
podcast. Yeah. He's, I know we, JoJo, you and I talked about it, but I like when guys like Paulo reach out and recommend different guests, and all of his guests have been actually that he's recommended have been 5 stars, including you guys, and quite a few others. So people are paying attention and they praise you. One of the best things I ever got from your family, JoJo, was they gave me the Shriners book when you played, and I still have it somewhere.
Wow.
And the craziest thing is that I put it somewhere and then it pops up when I'm looking for something else, and I say, I still got it. I got a poster of Ryan Bland when he played arena football. So I try to keep all of them. But the craziest thing is that y'all picture when you was making a newspaper, I was cutting it out and I put it on my desk at work. So everybody in and out of the police station were like, "Who's this? This your son, your brother?" I'm like, because your pictures were all over the place. You were behind everybody's lens. Everybody's trying to capture you on the field, and it's crazy. So, all right, fantasy football. I got a question for both of you. All right, Jaren, who are you picking in your first pick, fantasy football? What player do you want and why?
I'm an Eagles fan. I'm gonna draft Saquon.
All right. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Reason being yards, touchdowns. He got all of it, right? So they're definitely going to get 15 points easily with him. JoJo, who you picking?
When it comes to fantasy, I'm not loyal, so I'm picking Barkley too. He's the top player in the league.
Yeah.
I'm not an idiot. I've been playing that game for too long, man. You need a good running back, and as soon as he went there, I knew that line that he had. I'm like, he's gonna put up ridiculous numbers. So any chance out of the 6 leagues that I'm in, I try to grab him.
Yeah. Between him and Robinson, Atlanta, I try to grab because they're and Gibbs. Those are the kids that are going to end up going into touchdown makers. They're going to get their yards. So good.
McCaffrey's always hurt anyway, so I mean he plays 8 games a year, but when you need him the most, he's not there. So that's what I mean. No loyalty. I'm taking Barkley first pick.
So who do you stack them up with? Who's that other? Who's that one? Who's that one? Who's that 2 punch that you add, Jaren? Who do you add next to him?
I had CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb did good for me last year.
Yeah,
a lot of big games.
I had him on one of my teams, and he just instant scoring. I lucked out last year because on one of the teams I had Burrows and Higgins. So people were just, they were ahead of me initially, and then all of a sudden at the end of the game, I'm just picking up, boom, 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 and I get, a bunch of points and end up winning that week. So, JoJo, who you stacking there, Barkley?
I like wide receivers. You can't go wrong with the Jamar Chase or Justin Jefferson.
Mm-hmm.
Those two are, and CeeDee Lamb's in that same boat. But those guys, like, you have that connection. You're putting up numbers. Also, I like me a good tight end. A lot of people wait for tight ends. I snatched them up early.
Yeah,
there's only about 8 of them. So if you're stuck with those other 2 that's not in the top 8, then you're kind of hurting that tight end. So I do like to snatch me up a tight end early. That's not trying to give up my secrets, but
yeah, a lot of people don't like when it comes to tight ends. I try to get that receiving tight end, and so when I get Kelsey a lot, people are getting mad at me and saying, "Why are you drafting him so early?" I said, "Because he's easily a number 1 receiver, and if you can't, so I'm gonna grab a number one receiver in first 2, 3 rounds, 4 rounds rather. So I end up sometimes grabbing him, just
Yep.
because, you know, his year was off last year, but you know,
So
I'll
my
still
my
take it.
tight ends, I kind of graduated. I started years back with Jimmy Graham, and then it
Hmm.
moved to Gronk, then it moved
Yep.
to Kelsey. Kelsey's on his way out. We got a couple of young ones out there. A kid from Detroit's pretty good. Um,
Yeah.
Bowers from the Raiders. So I kind of do study those tight ends to see who's going to be that top receiver, because I mean the receiving pool is big. You can always like push back around and grab that top tier tight end and then get another good receiver in the next round. So
I agree. I agree. Um, Jaren, right? It's you. Let's see. Out of you, just your family, right? You're all playing. You're at a family reunion. You're gonna play a game of football. Who you picking first?
I don't, my whole family, like, to
Yeah.
play.
Yep. It's just a family, cousins, brothers, sisters, anybody.
Oh, that's a hard.
We'll say we'll narrow it. We'll reduce it to flag football. Who you picking?
I'll pick Rudy. He's been
All right. Okay. All right.
coaching for a while, and I don't know, it just
Can he still throw the ball?
yeah, he throws around in practice a lot. When we do like 7-on-7s. I don't know. He just he sees the game very well and like
Yeah.
helped see things when I was playing. So I don't know. I pick
Keeps avoiding my podcast, so I need you to talk to him, man. Every time I ask him, you don't come on. He's camera shy, You no matter where he is, you hear Ruru everywhere. You be in Hazelwood Park at the beach, you still hear him at Hazelwood Park talking. He's so loud but he don't want to come on his podcast, like he's shy or something. And that,
we'll put a word in for you.
yeah,
Definitely.
I'll tell you. I don't know if you both knew, but Big Rudy was going to be in my mother and father's wedding, right?
No, I didn't know
My
that.
mother and father, yeah, they asked him way back when if he would be in the wedding, and financially he couldn't do it, but he was there. So that's how far our families, go way back when.
Yeah, he started us. He started us going at 6 years old. The Rinky Dinks.
Yeah,
Picking us up for practice, and that's where my football journey started. Was because of him. Coming in and making that sacrifice, going around to from Presidential to come picking us up in West Lawn, driving all the way down to South End, and yeah, when the helmets were heavier than my head, and
yeah.
head snagging because the helmets were so heavy. That's when I started playing ball. The rinky
How many
dinks.
how many kids in that station wagon were wearing seatbelts?
Did they even have seatbelts back then?
That was just crazy. I mean, but you knew once Rudy came with all you guys, man, it was on. Practice was a
Yeah.
go.
Uh, I can tell you a story. I was at Sharik's house in West Lawn, and it was the day I didn't want to go to practice. He got into me pretty hard. You better get your butt home. Go get your equipment. I'll be waiting for you. I
Hmm.
ran home and ran up the stairs and ended up tripping and cutting my chin. I had to get stitches.
Damn.
And I come out the house. He's still trying to get me to go to practice with me holding my chin, blood. Everybody's trying to bring me to the hospital. He was like, "I'll see you in a week."
Yeah. He was something, man. He definitely um, big Rudy had my back. There was one time that I was actually on the job, and I didn't have to worry about backup or anything. It was a problem, and guess who was there in the background? It was him.
Yeah.
I said, I'm all set. He'll take out four of these guys, no problem. I'm not worried about it. So, um, all right. Tommy Goodine says, I would have picked your uncle back in the day. Yeah.
You talking about himself? Is that
yeah, that's what I was getting ready to say. It was probably himself, because he wasn't no slouch, man. It's crazy. So, um, all right, Jaren. Let me ask you a few things. Yeah, the what's your favorite spot, and what's your favorite sport, and which one do you think you're the best in?
Um, my favorite sport is football. I think my best sport is football, but my mom thinks otherwise. She thinks my best sport is baseball.
Hmm.
She was really getting on me about not playing my last year.
So, what happens when AIC asks you to play baseball? What are you gonna do?
I don't know. I'm kind of over baseball now.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're gonna be talking junk in intramural sports, right? And you're gonna have to go on the basketball court too, and kind
Oh
of
yeah.
challenge. And he's probably get the football coach mad because you're on the basketball court. But it's crazy. I gotta ask those questions. I think that I had fun playing basketball. That was my favorite sport. But I think I was most talented in football, and so that's why I asked that. Jojo, obviously you're proud of your son, proud of your whole family. You should be, you and your wife. Um, what are your expectations from him, or do you have any?
um I just I don't my expectations is for him and to go learn to be himself and be a man.
Hmm.
There's going to be challenges. There's going to be struggles that you know he probably didn't go through as a teenager. But like you said, once you get there, it's a different ball game. It's cutthroat. So learning how to navigate that and still coming out of it is my expectations. Like I don't have no expectations stats wise, and just go out there, be himself, and compete and become a man.
Yeah, it's Jaren. I just want you to know that there's people looking at you right now at this young age. You are mentoring a lot of people, and whether you know it or not. And so when you go up to this next level, a lot of the younger kids are going to still be looking at you, including people in your family. Are still going to be watching you, still going to look at you. So anything that you do from now forward, someone's watching you. Just keep that in mind that someone's watching you, even when you're alone, hanging out, whatever. Just remember that someone's watching you, someone's paying attention to you, and they want to do the same thing, right? They want to do the same thing you're doing, whether it's good, bad, or ugly. So just keep on being a mentor. Like Charles Barkley used to say, I don't want to be a role model. But guess what? He was. And
Yeah.
you got to keep that in mind too, that you're a lot of people watching you and want to follow in your footsteps. Um, Brian Rose, my cousin on the comment section
What's up,
said,
Brian?
JoJo is good people. Yes, he is. Um, uh, the I have I've been trying to follow a few things, and one of the things I found out just a few months ago that Coach Sabrito is not going to be around. Jaren, how do you feel about that?
Um, I don't know. He was always a good person to me. Like, sad to see him step down, but like, I don't know. He just like, I don't know. He just like my freshman year when I went to go play varsity, he just kind of welcomed me with open arms. Like, he was always a good person, a good coach. I was able to talk to him about things and help me learn a lot of things. So it's sad to see him step down, but it's also like a blessing too to be able to experience him as my coach.
Yeah, people don't realize that his stats in college were national, right? There he is, kid from New Bedford, nationally in the ranking for his receiving and what he's done in life, and so it's kind of a privilege to be around someone like that, especially the level he was at, and then here he is, he's coaching you guys, and but yeah, I'm glad you guys made some memories that you can learn and share off of, and that's good.
He's going to be playing against his alma mater
Yeah.
in the same conference.
That's good. That's good. Just win, baby. Just win. That's all. Bring back, bring back. You may let's just say you don't bring back any stats, which I doubt. You're going to bring some stats, but if you don't have stats and but you have the win, you can always send that back to him. Text him. And if you forget his number, don't worry. Call me. I'll send it to you, and you can text him. Hey, by the way, coach, we won 24-10, whatever it may be. So just that's good. That's good. Um, I've tried to highlight many people in our area, especially people like you guys, and put them on the podcast. What I want to ask both of you is, um, who would you like to see on the Really Charlie podcast? Anyone can answer first.
I mean, you already mentioned his name. Rudy's been a staple in this community for a long time. Coaching, at two different schools and two different sports, and played two different sports in college. Which is difficult to do. You don't see that a lot, but he needs he's one that I would recommend. And like I said, I'll put a word in for you. Like,
Please.
His story is up here as well.
Yeah, I got nobody to tell on him anymore. Usually I would call home and tell that Ruru's giving me a hard time, but
Yeah.
I got JoJo to help me out here. Jaren, who would you like to see on it? Could be anybody.
Anybody. Have you had Coach DeBruno on here? I know you talked about him.
I actually gonna probably have him on one of my other podcasts soon.
Yeah.
So he's definitely gonna be on WNB1 radio soon. But I like to put him on this one because I ask different questions, So I'm gonna look into that, and I'm gonna bring it to his attention. So let's see. One other question. Let's pick my notes here. All right. JoJo, who was your favorite teammate of all time?
Oh, I mean, there was a bunch. I mean, I had great teammates since the Rinky Dinks and growing up for the Bears, but I mean, there was none like the hydrant Sharik. Like, there was none like him, and he was always that fire hydrant. He would always try to light a fire under me, and I'm the quiet one. I'm the one that's standing in the back of the huddle, and everybody else is screaming and yelling, and I'm the one in the back. I'm just gonna go play. But he would definitely encourage and light that fire. I mean, we've known each other since, like I said, going to Rodman School back in the 80s. So, like, going through that with him. I mean, like I said, I had a bunch of them. There's so many teammates and great teammates. But yeah, he'd be number one.
Sharik is he was another special kid, and definitely I just had some huge expectations when it came to the collegiate level, and you picture everybody around it that's gone to the pros, right? And I can't. I mean, I can't say they were better than you. And I say they were better than Sharik. They just had an opportunity to make that happen, right? And but I definitely look at Fufu, man.
Yeah.
Got people on New York Giants saying, "Come out for the team," right?
Yeah.
Because you were better. They knew he was better than these players, right? And so that's how special he was. So
I don't know if you noticed, but at UNH, Chip Kelly was my position coach. He went on to Oregon, UCLA, just left Ohio State with the Raiders. But in the year I was there, they get a 40 different players each year, freshman year. Mm-hmm. So out of those 40 players, 3 players didn't get redshirted at freshman year.
Yeah,
it was myself, Dan Kreider, and Jerry Azuma.
Mm-hmm.
Jerry Azuma was the Walter Payton Award winner after his senior year at UNH. He went on to got drafted by the Bears became an all-pro kick returner. Dan Kreider got drafted by the Pittsburgh Steelers. He was a fullback for Jerome Bettis' Super Bowl team for the Steelers. So, those three players, I was right there with them. You know what I mean? And like you said, the opportunity, was there. That's my, I was right there on that level with those guys that made it to the league.
Awesome. Yeah, no doubt. Another running back that Dwight Majetti, saying JoJo is the best football probably player to come out of New Bedford. Maybe massive facts. Well, I remember you were up there and scoring touchdowns. That was it your senior year. You were up there in junior year, but senior year you were up there with the scoring statewide. As far as I think your competition was a kid from Everett, if I remember correctly. I'm not sure, but the numbers are great for you as far as scoring touchdowns. And but Jaren, who's your favorite teammate?
I have two.
All right.
My freshman year, I played with my oldest brother, Rainin.
Nice.
That was like the only time me and him really played on the same team since we were like young. Last time we played, but like we played on the same team growing up, and it was cool. His last year, my first year, to be on the same team with him.
That's the best motivation, right? When you have a sibling on the team, man, it's like, they can say anything to you. You suck. Oh, it's like they can say anything to you, and it gets you motivated, right? Gets you most pissed off as ever, and that's cool. It's me and my brother Kevin. We had the privilege of we left New Bedford and moved to LA, so I never really had to search for friends. I had my brother with me, so we could go play basketball, throw football around, play some baseball. I always had, as I say, my best friend with me because he was with me. But we never got along, man. We always had to be, if we were on the same team, it was terrible. If we played against each other, it was outstanding. So, but I love it. All right. Let's see. Dwight says Peter Harris but I think he was a year ahead of him, or two, I think. All right, Peter Harris. I'm trying to remember.
From Brockton, he was a sophomore when we were seniors.
Okay, all right. Now, how do you feel about Big Sammy being around the area, coaching Dartmouth High School? Sammy Blevins, didn't he play against you? No.
I don't remember Sammy.
No, all right. That had to be after you then. But he likes to brag that he's played for Brockton, scored 4 or 5 touchdowns against New Bedford. So he used to always bring that up to me. And he later went down towards the Virginia area, played school there, on a ball there, and he did pretty well. So, all right. Let's see. I see Joyce over here. Does she have a favorite running back in the family?
Putting her on the spot?
Yeah, I want to put her on the spot. So you guys, after this podcast, there can be a little family feud over there, So, Joy, I know you're in this comment section, so you need to put your favorite running back in the comment section so I can put it on air so everyone can see. That's family, not outside the family, not Saquon Barkley or anything like that. It's got to be someone with a Goodine name on it, all right?
She said, we could hear her. She said, yes, number 30 was my favorite running back.
Oh, man, such a politician. All right. Love it. I talked to a few people. Hold on, let me get this comment first. We had 4 running backs at New Bedford High School: Tom Bulger, Wayne Stroud, JoJo. Yep, that must be Joe. That could be, it's JoJo and Jaren. Yeah. There's an A in there. It kind of confused me. I thought he was giving me an Asian name or something. All right. So love it. And I mean, if you put family up, right, New Bedford High School, if you just put bloodlines together and just build up stats based on your bloodline, you guys surpass a lot of families. I don't think anybody comes close to your family. If you put all the stats on every single sport, you got them all covered, right?
Yeah, every position pretty much. Yeah.
Everywhere, and it's like you tally everything. I don't think of any. I can't think of any family that comes close. When it comes to your family. So that's a compliment
Quarterback,
to you.
running back, tight end,
Mm-hmm.
wide receivers.
Yep.
Like we had pretty much every skill position covered.
Man, if I had the time, I like to tally everything. I mean, I'll go back, way back, and just tally all those stats and be crazy. Dwight says that would be crazy. Yep. See, he just seconding what I said. That would be crazy. The whole team, they would be nasty. Yeah, could easily be going to the Super Bowl every year with your family.
Yeah.
So, including girls, man, we ain't leaving them out either. So, I truly appreciate this time with you guys, and I just, JoJo, I want you to give a plug of what you're doing now, how you're doing it, and if anyone needs some advice, they need to go see you.
Yeah, I mean, I transitioned from mentoring DYS kids to teaching and coaching my kids' team since they was little. I was coaching at the high school for the past 2 years, and what I'm doing now is I'm putting all those hats together: a mentor, teaching, advising, as a financial service professional for New York Life. We help build college plans if your kids needs to go to college. We do full holistic financial planning, retirement analysis, and all that stuff. So anybody, you're a small business, small families, retirees, in retirement, we work with everybody to try and educate and protect and grow towards their financial objectives and goals.
Cool. Jaren, what are you looking to major in?
Majoring in general business. Yeah.
All right. You like it? Remember, you got to do something you're going to like. You're going to enjoy going to work and doing it. It's very, very important. Don't pick anything you're not going to like.
Yeah, I mean, that's the biggest thing is enjoying. It's rewarding to help people, to put people in a position to be successful, and that's a rewarding part of my job too.
Yeah. Yep. Ryan says yes, sir. Michael Samayo's on YouTube. He says hello. Michael's another good athlete. He's from Acushnet, played for Fairhaven High School, and definitely a huge talent out of that school. And he's writing a book about memoirs, and maybe that's something you guys all need to think about, is writing a book about your story and what you're doing. Yeah. And I mean, everything's easy now. You may not want to type a whole book, but you can record it, and they'll come out and just share different stories. A Goodine story would be great. It would be awesome. Just talking about different things, and now the next chapter. The next chapter is your daughter. And that's going to be an amazing story. So I like the sport she's playing. I used to follow my cousin Lindsay Grace, and Lindsay went on to Temple, and just softball, at New Bedford High School was a huge plus in things that she did, going to Temple, and now she's down in Philadelphia, athletic director, and doing amazing things. And that's just through that's all through from this sport, and softball, and playing D1 softball. It's just amazing. All the girls on the Olympic team were her friends, and that's just crazy. She knew them. Jenny Finch, hanging out with her all the time, just crazy.
She's
all right.
she's her journey. She started after COVID, getting into softball, and she fell in love with it. And she's another one putting the work in, and she's in the middle of her summer season now, but she loves softball, so she's going to continue to put the work in. So
Good. Mom says well wishes for Jaren. He's going to AIC in August. May he continue to do well in the next chapter of his life. Of course, my MVP. Of course, I love it. All right, Jaren, you do great things. I can't wait to steal a jersey at your school so I can put your name on the back. No, I'll definitely be wearing your number. Actually, I'm wearing someone's T-shirt right now, Cooked, which is a local dude, Adam Shores, and his merchandise, and I can't wait to wear something on my podcast representing you and your family. So I'll be doing that soon. And
we'll definitely keep you posted on. And us, we're gonna take some bus trips. There's a lot of people gonna want to go up there and then check them out. So we'll keep you posted on how that works out.
Good. If I can, I travel to a lot of parts just to see a football game, and there's AIC is very close to me compared to where I have gone to watch games. So I cannot wait.
Mom don't think it's close, but yeah.
Well, when Mom says it's far away, guess what? That's where you need to be, because we gotta clip those apron strings. We gotta clip all that. Let you be the man that they raised you to be, and you'll be fine. You'll definitely be fine. So, only time you use Mom is if you're looking for some help with your papers at school or whatever. Make sure, but you'll be all right. All right, fellas. Thank you for coming on the Really Charlie podcast.
Thank you, Charlie.
Yeah, and anything you guys need, feel free. Jaren, and you may be at school, but you want to do some junk on the podcast with your friends. Could be any kind of subject. I don't even have to be on the screen. You just reach out to me, and I'll put you and your boy. You talk about college life or whatever, and you can come on the screen and get me some more likes on the Really Charlie podcast. All right. All right, fellas. Take care. God bless. And
you too, Charlie. God bless. Thank you again.
All right, man. Take care. All right. All right, everyone. That is one outstanding family. That family has just been tops in my book for a very, very long time. I can't even count the years, but it's they've definitely done some amazing things, teaching, being financial special, where they're giving advice to many, many people and trying to get them going in the right direction when it comes to their money. JoJo is definitely good with numbers and will steer you the right way. So check them out. Also on this comment section was my cousin Ryan Rose, who works for them. And so you have two men in this community that can put you in the right financial direction with New York life, and that's Ryan Rose and JoJo Goodine. Jaren is going to definitely be amazing. We are going to hear some more noise about him on the football field, and I can't wait. The best thing he's going to do in his whole life outside football is get that college degree, because once you have that degree, can't no one ever take that away from you. Once you have a college degree, can't no one ever take that away from you. So get that piece of paper and do amazing things with it. I appreciate it. Joy, I thank you very much. You're welcome. You're an outstanding person. I miss working with you every day. But you know what? We're friends for a lifetime. And if you need me, give me a holler. And I would love to do a podcast with your daughter. So even if you come on with her and make her speak up and be more boisterous, you said the guys were quiet. Well, maybe we can shake her up and get her to talk a little bit. Maybe put herself and a few of her teammates on in. It'll be all right. So Thank you for this fabulous podcast on the Really Charlie Podcast. Please go to YouTube, the Really Charlie Podcast, like and subscribe to the channel, and continue to see me and watch me on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Also, I have a second podcast with Sometimes You Gotta Lose Yourself with Coach Marvin Speller, and that's on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. And finally, third podcast, we have Frequency Live, which is aired on WNB1 Radio, 262 Union Street, New Bedford, Mass. And the website is WNB1, spell out the word 1.com. And that's where Frequency Live with Berto Carter, Derek Demers, and myself, every Sunday at 7 p.m. All right. So Joy was, let me see what Joy said. Yeah, you would talk way more. I believe it. We can actually put Miss Borges on it too. I don't care. We'll talk about the Cowboys with her too. She can come on. You can come on. Daughter can come on. We'll do our thing. But feel free to get in touch with me if you guys are down with it. I appreciate the numbers for this podcast. Are great. A lot of people viewing. I really, truly appreciate it. And that goes to who was on the show, JoJo and Jaren Goodine. Thank you for doing this podcast some justice. I truly, truly appreciate it. All right. Take care. God bless and have a very good night.
It's the Really Charlie podcast. Sounds so true. Grab a chair, pour out a glass. Let's break through. Echoes in the room as the stories unfold. Tune in, lean back, let the moments be bold. Yeah.